Hello, welcome to my channel, Save Infinity. In this video, I just wanted to quickly talk about lucid dreams and things like that, because as you are awakening or going on a spiritual, awakening journey or whatever you want to call it, sometimes, as part of that, things like your dreams and stuff like that can become more intense and more lucid and what have you, and start to, feel more just a real life scenario as if you're really there, which can be so awesome and exciting in some aspects, but then if you're having a bit more of a nightmarish type dream, can also make that seem a lot more overwhelming and overbearing because it does feel more real. And so just if you do start to experience that more vivid or lucid dreams or what have you, or ones that can be a bit more intense or nightmarish, just to remind you that you always still are a sovereign, sovereign character within your own dreams. And when it is a dream as well, and you're aware of that, you actually have then so much more potential that you can tap into so much more easily than you do in waking 3D reality. You can fly and manifest things easily and just use dream logic to just, do about anything to get yourself out of any sort of situation. And you can also, don't be afraid to command, sovereignty and control over your own body and vessel within dreams, saying yes or no to things that you want to say yes or no to, and not feeling obligated to just go along with the flow of the dream. You can change it up and and demand more of what is going to happen or not going to happen. And beyond your own self, being able to tap into dream-like abilities and powers and stuff to get you out of sticky situations or what have you. And you can also always as well still call on higher beings for protection and things like that, calling on Jesus or whoever you like to work with or what have you, to come through and protect you, or visualizing golden light surrounding and protecting you or what have you. There's so many of those sort of tools and stuff that we implement into our everyday reality that you can bring into your dreaming world, and that is actually so much more easier to do and has so much more power whilst you do that in the dream world as well. So just consciously trying to remember that if things do get a bit more wild or vivid and lucid out there in your dream world, that you still have all that sovereign protection and ability to navigate yourself through that. All right, well, I might leave that one here. Sending you so much peace, love, light and blessings as always.